Shalom. Kol halal Yahweh Bashem Awashai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm coming at you with another lesson in truth and sincerity. I was almost at a loss of words when I stumbled upon this. I wasn't even trying to find this. This was on accident. I was looking for a video that was put up by my beloved brother Kapatazar, one of the heads of one of the camps here, you know, in the Chicago camp, when I stumbled across this, and it's amazing. And this is called the Whore Hive. And, you know, so I'm not going to, you know, really play this video. I'm really going to play a portion of his video. All right, because it was something that the young lady said looked like she was of the Northern Kingdom with her attitude, you know, and the way she spoke. I'm going to assume she was either Ephraim or Simeon. You know, she might have even been a speckled bird, you know, amongst the tribes. You know, she might have even been a really Judah, just with the appearance of Ephraim. But nevertheless, that's neither here nor there. Her attitude was definitely that of the so-called Negro woman here in Babylon. And this is what black culture gets you. Like these girls, you know, in this video right here, you know, even in their animated versions of themselves, they're brown, but yet they'll call them black, you know, or Hispanic, because from the looks of it, that looks like that's who's on the panel here. So I'll just play a couple seconds of it, you know, just to give the introduction.
Hi, Whore Hive. It's Wheezy. This is for our Atlanta Hive. I am going to be...
So we got whores state to state. This is for the Atlanta Hive. Wow, I tell you, man. This is, let me grab a scripture. This is the book of Sirach. Chapter 23, and I'm going to start at verse 22. And it reads, "Thus shall it go with the wife that leaveth her husband and bringeth in an heir by another." That's an adulterous woman. That happens every day. It happened to my cousins. It's happened to friends of mine. It happened to me. For first, she have disobeyed the law of the Most High. And secondly, she have trespassed against her own husband. And thirdly, she have played the whore in adultery and brought in children by another man. All right? And the Wadi Halabashim Awashai, those children were women and not men. All right? She actually brought in women, two females. All right? Twins. And it says, "She shall be brought out into the congregation, and an inquisition shall be made of her children. Her children shall not take root, and her branches shall not bring forth no fruit." So, unfortunately, I don't believe that her children are going to make it out of here. Their father's a complete heathen. But in this society, this behavior is rewarded, going from banana to banana, you know, riding that car carousel. They get rewarded in the courts with alimony, child support, and all sorts of other goodies that they get for the government. And they've made an economy out of it. So don't think that those systems are set up for the children. They're not. They're set up for the benefit of the people who run the courts to make money. Point blank, period. They can really give a damn about your children. All right. And unfortunately, children, you know, kind of get left to the wayside. They're just pawns in a game of chess that Esau is playing. All right, and so and the many men who become who get liquidated, you know, they get their jobs, their money liquidated to support this whoredom, this sort of whoredom. All right. As a matter of fact, now let me go back to this video clip and let this lady speak. You know, and looking at her, you know, she was kind of fairly an attractive woman until she opened her mouth, you know, because Mataz did a video on it too. Here's what, and I reposted both their videos. All right. But let's let you hear her speak.
I'm allowed to do that.
Let's take it back.
To accept. It's a direct reflection of what I'm willing to accept. I am allowed to change whenever the fuck I want. If I want to rip and run and sit on dick to dick to dick to dick, bitch, I'm gonna fucking do that. I'm allowed to do that. Okay? And guess what? After I sit on 50 lamb dicks, if I want to be in a relationship and I want to settle down with someone, I'm allowed to fucking do that. You are allowed to change your mind at any point in time, no matter what you've been through.
So, see, that's the problem. It's not okay. Because, see, she's under the false impression that she actually has worth. You know, she actually has no more worth at that point. Her worth is gone. All right? Like my man Undead Chronic says, no hymen, no diamond. Okay? This is, let's go back into the book of Sirach. Because I want you to think of it like this. Consider that you got a brand new, what's a hot car right now that everyone wants? That Jeep. All right, let's say that you got a brand new Jeep. All right, 2021, 2020 Jeep. All right, it's sitting on the lot. Okay, now once that Jeep drives off the lot, it really has, the value of it decreases, except to the owner of that Jeep, which that owner can be compared to the husband. All right. So as long as he takes care of his Jeep, because you're supposed to take care of your wife. All right. And many of us have fallen short on that, you know, lack of knowledge and understanding of our heritage. All right. So, you know, some men have to look at themselves when, you know, look at the way you've treated some of your women. All right. But that still doesn't give an excuse for them to behave that they do. So that Jeep still has value to that particular husband, to that man. Now, once that Jeep begins to get driven by other drivers, now that Jeep, now one is spilling coffee in it, another one spilled Coca-Cola in it, eating fries and food in it. You got grease stains all on the seats and the upholstery and the carpet. You know, another one then had sex in it. So you got you got sex juice all on the back seats and stuff. Then it passed to more and more drivers. Then you got those that smoke cigarettes in it, those that smoke weed in it, right? And now it's had 5-6 different drivers. And it's got, 170-something thousand miles, almost 200,000 miles. Now somebody cleans it up and shines it up, gives it a wax job, and puts it back on the lot. But you can't get the new price for it. And that's the problem with these women that do what she does. They go from cock to cock to cock on a cock carousel, riding it. And they think that they have worth to the next man. Then you bring all your drama to then say, then now I want to settle down. So now the man you want to stay with, I have to treat you like you're a brand new car when you've been used by everybody. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. Don't think that you didn't gave away yourself free in your best years. All right. And now you think that you demanding things from someone who actually is trying to teach you decent when they really didn't have to. See, a lot of you women are about to find out that the man of the Lord is what you needed. And some of you were in the presence of the men of the Lord and had chances to be with the men of the Lord. And some of you were with the men of the Lord and you chose men of the world. This is back in Sirach. This is 26, Sirach 26. And this is I'm going to start at verse 22. And it says, and a harlot shall be counted as spittle, but a married woman is a tower against the death of her husband. So a harlot, a whore, horrible decisions is she counted as spit. All right? Some women are into that. They let people spit in their mouth, piss in their mouths. You know, there's just some sick shit going on out here. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. And see, I'm to the point now where, you know, I can wait, man. All right? Because I've yet to have a wife that completely allows me to be what be the man and rule over my household. And that's just what it is. Even when they've heard the truth. In conversation, you know, when they go back and forth with you, that's off right there. And when you say something, they got to have the last word, or it's always a but. It says, a dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. And that's something that I have accepted will not happen until the day of our power. And I'm good with it. Because, I don't care how fine the woman is, you know, or what, I'm not interested. I'm not. I can wait. As long as these Edomites in rulership, I don't even want a woman. I don't want the woman that I have. I just want to do the work of the Lord and get the hell up out of here. And then the Lord going to give me my wives, and then I'll have that peace. All right. It says, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but a shamefaced woman will fear the Lord. All right? A shamefaced one, and we all know that a female dog is a bitch. All right? You know, in a way, if we followed our heritage in the way things are supposed to be, all right, you know, the Bible gives us the answer to everything and every problem, every situation. But we've been stripped of our heritage is what we're trying to teach and bring back, because this is not an attack on women. This is a correction to all Israel, because our women being like this is a direct shame to us. This is embarrassing and shameful. And you have to understand, the same way we feel about this sort of behavior is the same way, and that pain when these things are done to us, that's the pain we caused Yahweh when we strayed away. That's why we're on an adulterous generation. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. All right? Because very, very few of us, mothers, our fathers were the first, you know, men that ever went on into our mothers. So we were brought forth in filth and in sin. Almost all of us. That's why we're a sinful and adulterous generation. The Lord called us that. Why? Because we went a whoring after other gods, and now the Lord made the majority of our women whores. And unfortunately, that's when I say the majority, that's just a ugly, painful truth, a shameful truth. All right? I was watching an episode of The Last Kingdom, and there is a scene in the fourth kingdom where the kingdom of Mercia and the kingdom of Wessex are on the verge of a civil war when they're supposed to be together. Both Saxons, angelic sons of Isaac, and then you got all these Edomites playing Saxons. That's completely incorrect. But the point is that to keep the two kingdoms together, they decided to make a young warrior a lord, make him an elderman, and marry him to the guy who was ruling, who wasn't king, but he was definitely in a place of a king. He was the ruler over over Mercia, but he was wounded in combat and was going to die. And he had a rebellious ass wife, all right, who was being, and his wife was rebellious. And I mean, he was an asshole, but she still was rebellious. Because if you being a righteous woman and your man is being an asshole, the Lord will eventually get rid of him and give you unto a righteous man. All right, there's evidence of that in the Bible. King David got one of his wives that way. All right, if you really are a righteous woman, all right, and you're stuck with an asshole sinner, a wicked man, the Lord will get rid of that man, and eventually you will be given unto a righteous man. Many of you are just too blind to see and realize that when it happened. You know, when your husband died, or the man you were with left you, or whatever, and then you come across a man of the Lord, you get enlightened, but then you go and be wicked anyway. All right. But nevertheless, she was very rebellious, and she had a young daughter who was probably around 12 years old, all right, who was to be betrothed to this man who probably was well into his late 20s, pushing 30, which was normal, which is biblical, which is acceptable. All right, he was at least 10 to 15 years older than her. All right. And she was to be betrothed to him. And when she come of age, they would marry and be together. And that was to, and so she was basically betrothed to him to keep the peace between the kingdoms. But the mother sought to stop that from happening because she wanted to choose who her daughter went to. All right. And she should have some voice in it. And, you should be able to talk to your husband and ask of him, and he should listen to you. But at the end of the day, the decision is his. All right, let me grab a scripture. This is back in Sirach, the 7th chapter. And I'm going to start at the 24th verse. I believe the point is in 25, though. But let's start at 24. And it reads, Hast thou daughters? Have a care of their body, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. All right, so it's to care for their bodies and make sure that they remain virgins. All right, marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. How hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. So, a wife after your mind, meaning a wife she's almost one with you. That's going to just ride with you no matter what, ride or die, good or bad. The bad times come, she don't do what they're doing and put her lips around another rod. Rubbing another rod across her face. Or come, with this mindset that this lady had. Matter of fact, let's find that video and play that portion of it again, because I was just blown away when I heard those words, man. I was blown away.
To accept. It's a direct reflection of what I'm willing to accept. I am allowed to change whenever the fuck I want. If I want to rip and run and sit on dick to dick to dick to dick, bitch, I'm gonna fucking do that. I'm allowed to do that. Okay? And guess what? After I sit on 50 limb dicks, if I want to be in a relationship and I want to settle down with someone, I'm allowed to fucking do that. You are allowed to change.
All right, let's get ready to close this up. This is the book of Isaiah. Because I wasn't even supposed to do this, but when I heard this video, when I clicked on that, I was like, man, I can't. I was supposed to continue. I got a couple different lessons that are multiple parts, and I was going to try to continue one of those lessons, but this took precedence. This is Isaiah 13, and I'm going to start at verse 13. And it reads, Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall be removed out of her place, and the wrath of Yahweh of hosts, and the day of his fierce anger. So when the Lord comes, when Yahweh comes, it's going to get really bad out here. And that time is so near. It is so close. They just did a saying that there was a cyber attack on the biggest meat company here that provides meat to all of America. So it's like we've been telling you, man, that toward the end of this summer, you're going to have major pitfalls. You're going to have more outbreaks of new and continuing issues. All right. You're going to have all kinds of shortages, hyperinflation. It's just the amount of things. Oh, and then of course the re-lockdowns that are already planned, and blackouts. It's going to get really bad, man. Verse 14, and it shall be as a chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone into his own land. So it's going to be a lot of racial division out here. So a lot of you, especially you Israelite women that are hooked up with these Edomites, especially you Israelite women that don't look like Esau. You know, some of the Northern Kingdom have those Edomite features. You even got Southern Kingdom has those Edomite features too. But those of you who is apparent that who you are, your skin complexion and differences are gonna cause you to divide, because your husbands are going to cleave unto their own people, because they're going to be attacked by their own, and they're gonna choose self-preservation over you. And if your children don't look like them but look like you and have pigmentation, they're gonna leave them. Yeah, it's gonna get bad. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So all you people in these unions like that, these women that are cleaved on to their